How an ordinary man built an illegal empire worth billions throughout history. There have been individuals who, through sheer audacity and cunning, managed to amass immense fortunes by bending, breaking, and outright rewriting the rules of society. Some of these individuals have made their mark in legitimate industries, while others have taken a darker path, one filled with deception, corruption, and illegal enterprises. This is the story of one such man, a seemingly ordinary individual who rose from humble beginnings to build a vast criminal empire worth billions. His journey is a testament to the power of ambition, strategy, and an utter disregard for the law. The humble beginnings, like many of history's most notorious figures, this man did not come from wealth or privilege. He was born into an average working-class family, where money was always tight and opportunities were scarce. From an early age, he understood that the conventional path to success, education, hard work, and patience was unlikely to provide the life he envisioned. He was intelligent, resourceful, and highly observant, traits that would later prove instrumental in his rise to infamy. As a teenager, he quickly learned that legitimate jobs paid little and offered even few opportunities for rapid advancement. Seeking a way out of his circumstances, he turned to small-time hustles, selling contraband, running illicit gambling operations, and even dabbling in fraud. These early experiences gave him a taste of the underground economy, where the rules of the legal world didn't apply, and where quick thinking and bold action could yield immense rewards. The first big break every empire has a moment of inception, a single decision or event that sets its rise in motion. For this man, it came when he recognized a lucrative gap in the market: drugs. The demand for narcotics was skyrocketing, and the profits were astronomical. However, the existing distribution networks were fragmented and inefficient. Seeing an opportunity, he stepped in and began building a streamlined supply chain, cutting out middlemen and establishing direct connections with suppliers in foreign countries. Unlike common street dealers who operated on a small scale, he approached the drug trade like a businessman. He implemented logistics, quality control, and customer loyalty strategies that would rival legitimate corporations. He understood that violence was a necessary tool, but preferred to use negotiation, bribery, and strategic partnerships to expand his influence. His empire rapidly grew, and within a few years, he controlled an operation that spanned multiple countries, generating millions of dollars in revenue. Expansion and diversification. With money pouring in, he realized that relying solely on one illegal industry was risky. Authorities were constantly cracking down on drug operations, and competition from rival organizations was fierce. To secure his empire, he diversified his portfolio. He moved into arms trafficking, money laundering, and even counterfeit luxury goods. By laundering his drug money through seemingly legitimate businesses, nightclubs, casinos, real estate, and offshore bank accounts, he was able to integrate his illicit earnings into the global economy, making it almost impossible to trace. His empire became so sophisticated that even law enforcement agencies struggled to unravel its complexities. But perhaps his most brilliant move was infiltrating the political and legal systems. He understood that power wasn't just about money, it was about influence. Through strategic bribes, donations, and favors, he secured protection from law enforcement and political allies, who ensured that his operations remained largely untouched. Corruption became his most powerful weapon, shielding his empire from scrutiny and allowing it to flourish in plain sight. The height of power. At the peak of his power, his empire was generating billions of dollars annually. He lived a life of excess: private jets, sprawling estates, fleets of luxury cars, and offshore accounts holding unimaginable sums. He became a ghost, rarely seen in public, operating through a network of trusted lieutenants and intermediaries. Despite the danger that came with his empire, he remained untouchable for years. Rivals feared him, law enforcement struggled to build a case against him, and the public only heard whispers of his existence. He had transcended the realm of common criminals and entered the world of shadowy billionaires who operated beyond the reach of conventional laws. The downfall, however: no empire, legal or illegal, can last forever. As his influence grew, so did the attention from international law enforcement agencies. His once loyal associates began turning against him, either to save themselves or out of greed. Authorities spent years gathering evidence, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. And when they did, it was swift and devastating. A coordinated global operation led to multiple arrests, the seizure of billions in assets, and the dismantling of his empire. He went into hiding, but the walls were closing in. After months on the run, he was finally apprehended. His trial became one of the most sensational legal battles in modern history, revealing the full extent of his operations and the shocking level of corruption that had enabled him to thrive for so long. The legacy even after his downfall, his influence persisted. The systems he built, the methods he pioneered, and the corruption he exploited continued to exist long after he was imprisoned. His story became a cautionary tale, a study in both the power and the fragility of criminal enterprises. Despite the destruction he left in his wake, one cannot deny the sheer genius behind his rise. He was not just a criminal, he was a strategist, a businessman, and a master manipulator. His ability to understand and exploit human nature, his relentless ambition, and his willingness to push boundaries set him apart from ordinary criminals. His story is a stark reminder that the lines between success and infamy, genius and criminality, are often razor thin. It is a testament to the fact that in a world governed by rules, there will always be those who seek to break them and, in doing so, reshape the world in their own image. In the end, the man who built an illegal empire worth billions was no longer just a man, he was a legend, a symbol of what is possible when ambition knows no bounds and morality becomes an afterthought. His name will be remembered, not for the wealth he amassed, but for the audacity with which he defied the very fabric of society itself.